Hey all, and welcome back to the finale of the Hellfire Comms playthrough of Sonic Riders. We did tell you all it was a short one, and a lot of that was just us bad-mouthing Sonic Team and, basically calling them hacks for like 5 minutes straight. So,
yeah.
Make of that what you will. Flame, how would you say this compares to other racing games in the franchise? If you had to put them in a tier list, where would Riders stack up for you?
I would personally find them incredibly difficult to compare. This is the outlier, in a sense, because it's a much more complex game. Yeah, we've got this. I love this. This game is kind of in its own little rank, I would say, because I do really like this gameplay a lot. It, like I said earlier on, it will alienate new players, but once you get a feel for this gameplay, it's a lot of fun. I would say the other games you could kind of compare, I guess, are to, say, the All-Stars racing games, which, I like all those games. I've got a bit of a soft spot for R more so than the others, but they're all pretty solid. I don't know if I could rank them, because that's the thing that I could say with mini-series of Sonic racing games, is that they've all got their own distinct identity.
Yeah, they do.
It's an incredibly appealing part of them as spin-offs, because they could have taken a very safe approach and just gone with a Mario Kart clone, which I like the Sumo to Kill games, but I know that you could label those as such. But this, I don't know, I feel like the whole cool extreme gear kind of look does complement Sonic's cool dude with attitude kind of thing, so
yeah, I agree.
That works for me. It's very representative of what Sonic was at this particular period in time. They're all kind of representative of that. I would say that the weakest racing game series, it's Rivals, let's be real here.
Oh, I forgot about Rivals. I was thinking of
Exactly, that proves my point.
I was thinking of Drift and the All-Star games. Rivals didn't even come into it, but yeah, technically Rivals 1 and 2 are racing games. And this kind of goes back to what we were saying about, the Sonic franchise becoming a bit more Mario-ized, a touch more bland. Here's the thing. And this might come off as a bit hypocritical given, our whole tirade last time. But the thing with Sonic games being developed the way they have been is, yes, they can range from mid to okay, and even the good ones being quite janky. I find a lot of enjoyment in playing and examining janky games, and I think it's one thing that Sonic has always bested Mario in. He makes more interesting games compared to the Plumber. The Plumber may have, the fucking quality seal down pat, and his games are beautiful to look at and to play, but something about Sonic having so many different gameplay styles and just a colourful cast of characters and experimenting with genres and whatnot just always appeal to me more. And the music, obviously, I think Sonic beats Mario hands down. I'm sorry, I might get fucking killed for that, a hit put out on me, but it's true. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, the problem that I've had with Sonic's branding as a whole in recent times, and I'd say this is probably since around Forces, and it's probably the most obvious in Team Sonic Racing, is it feels like they're trying to keep a degree of consistency among everything, like the areas, the art styles. If you look at the models from all the recent games, they've been very similar. They haven't really tried adapting anything recently. And the biggest defender, Zavok, is always there, even though no one likes him. He's their safe pick for a villain character now, but little things like that it's not quite New Super Mario Bros. Level, but I worry if they keep this up, it will be.
Mm-hmm.
Where you know exactly what to expect from each new game, and they're not really going to change it up because they've found something that, well, for Mario it works, but for Sonic I guess it's something that's safe.
I think you are definitely on the right line of Sonic has begun to feel very sanitized in its approach thing, which is hilarious considering, one of the last games had Sonic tortured for years as part of its story, but there we go. I would like to see it go back to sort of being that bit more edgy again, but we will see.
I wouldn't even call it edgy, it's just a bit more raw, a bit less unrefined. I just enjoy that sort of, aesthetic, for lack of a better word. Like, you can look at Sonic in this game, and this is moving from, like, gameplay and mechanics to characterization. But Sonic has a very clearly defined character. He is cocky, he is headstrong, he loves to race. And compare that to, like, Sonic and Forces. I couldn't even begin to tell you Sonic's character in there. He's a hero, I guess, and he was tortured at one point in the dub. That's about it.
It feels like it's being like the idea of a game being defined by a branding more so than branding being defined by the game. That's where I kind of see this, because they've very much homogenized Sonic into this easily recognizable kind of safe character. He's not gonna push anyone away, like it's not going to be like the whole arsehole Ratchet kind of thing going on there where you alienate a few people. Sonic is kind of a blank slate of a hero now, and that works because that's kind of easy to sell. You don't have to be that invested in Sonic now to be able to figure out what kind of character he is.
Yeah.
You can tell that through the character designs as well, the fact that every bit of Sonic merch over the last few years has had kind of the same type of Sonic design. I love Rich Jet, by the way. But, Sonic is this, like, tool of marketing in a way. And I don't mean that in as cynical of a way as it comes across, but it feels like that's what's influencing his writing and his characterization and the art styles and just general presentation of the games now, more so than this sort of era where it feels like they would come up with how he's going to come across in the game, then hand it over to a PR team to try and make something of it. And it's the same sort of logic of simplifying things makes them easy to sell, and that's the same sort of reason why every company logo now is got this horrible, bland, simplistic style. It's the same sort of idea just applied to a character and a game series.
Is this just like Sonic Boomers, the series? Like, us just complaining about how it was better in our day?
Well, I mean, like, you're the boomer here, I'm just a bit of a miserable cunt.
No, I'm a millennial, mate. I was born in '88.
Okay, I'll remember that next time you need me to help you with the computer.
What's that, Sonny Jim? Do I just delete System 32?
Come on, Grandad, it's time for bed.
Tell me about Sonic 06. It was good, right?
It's fine, there's exactly 10 million Let's Plays you can watch for that.
Oh, good. Yeah, not Hellfire Comes, those guys suck.
Hey, be fair, that was a great video of paint drying.
Yeah. Come to think of it, we haven't covered 06 as like a trio.
What would we be able to say in an 06 Let's Play that hasn't been said millions of times before? Like, what new bent could we bring to this that would make it worth watching?
Okay, I've got the pitch for you right here, okay? Every video is about 15 minutes or so long, and it is just me screaming into the microphone, and it just goes and goes and goes, and then it slowly gets more and more quiet until by the final part all you have is just slight audio of me crying in the background. Very muffled, very soft, very artistic.
That would work, but you'd need to bring in some comedy gold partway through where you say things like, "Can you believe people were paid for this?" All those witty quips that make these Let's Plays so funny.
I'll just take, like, I don't know, an IGN review of Unleashed where the dude jumps over the booze pan and just put it in there, completely out of context.
Without a doubt, and then, just throw in a couple of iconic lines from old playthroughs, just, get that nostalgia in there as well.
Yeah, the city's been fucking destroyed, not mine, but I'm going to steal it anyway.
Also, pissing yourself laughing at the guy who's the captain.
Yeah, that's the classic right there. Also, Resident Evil 6, which was really ironic at the time because Chris Redfield's voice actor became Sonic's voice actor, so...
That's something we can talk about. The fact that Roger Craig Smith was released as Sonic and then brought back. We don't know exactly what goes on but I'm hoping that just means they gave him a better offer or something.
I mean, you would think so, yeah.
See, the thing is, like, I hope that's the case because that would kind of signal that their approach to the voice talent is a lot more respectful than it used to be.
Newsflash.
I have a feeling, like, if we are thinking that it's going down that route, there's a chance that when he announced that he was leaving Roger Craig Smith, maybe they saw that actually everyone really likes this guy when they all sent him messages of thanks and support and that, and had second thoughts about it, which would be a massive change of pace to, like, if you think when the 4Kids cast got dropped and the cast before the 4Kids cast got dropped, they just got let go. They found out that they weren't doing it, and that was that.
Jeez.
I hope that this means that maybe they're respecting the fact that the talent have their own fans and people like them and appreciate the work that they do, so maybe it's worth actually paying them. Although then we also have signs pointing in the other direction, like we heard about, you know, Ryan not being allowed to come back in Generations on account of being unionised and that, and we don't know whether things like that are still in effect behind the scenes. It is kind of murky, and I know we won't ever get real answers, and I kind of respect the people involved too much to try and dig into it, but, you know, like, I hope for the best in this situation, because I do really like people like Roger Craig Smith and the current cast.
No, that's totally fair.
Roger's never been my favourite Sonic voice, but I like him as, like, a voice actor, and I do like his portrayal of Sonic. I was just ready for a new take. So, to do that live stream of colours saying farewell to him, and then, like, a few weeks later, uh-oh, he's staying around. This is going to be very awkward, and I fully expect you to drag me for it when the Colours Ultimate playthrough drops.
Oh, don't worry, I'm going to. The thing with Roger's performance is it's quite radically different from what Griffith was doing, and that's why it kind of felt a bit iffy back when Colours first came out, and for a little while after that. I think he grew into the role really well, and to me nowadays he is Sonic, to the point where that's part of why I was disappointed that he wasn't cast in the film, because I just like Roger Craig Smith as Sonic so much now.
Yeah.
And I feel like we probably will be getting a different take of Sonic these days, if only because we've got different writers now. We heard that Graf and Pontac stepped away.
Is that true, or is that just hearsay?
I think it was Graf who said in a podcast, like, he was speaking about working on Sonic in past tense and strongly alluding that he wasn't working on any more Sonic stuff. We haven't had confirmation, and we won't until we know who's writing the new game. I don't know, like, if they are back, I kind of hope we get a new approach, because they're kind of writing, it's not bad, it does the job as, like, a kind of fun, wacky story about cartoon animals, but to me, and this is very much a back in my day growing up thing, Sonic was always that little bit more than just that. You know, he had the attitude. He wasn't just the fun cartoon character, was he?
Yeah.
Like, he's got a bit of a bite to him, and I kind of hope that any future stories we get sort of maybe don't go all the way in that, because it would be jarring just to jump, and also it's not the 90s anymore. But I kind of hope we get a little bit more of that.
The only one of their scripts I ever really enjoyed was Colours.
Ditto.
Yeah, it's going to be nice to have Colours Ultimate back again, and yeah, good luck to him. I don't really have any ill will towards them. I just want fresh writing in the Sonic franchise. It's not as important as gameplay and music, don't get me wrong, but it is nice to have, like, a well-written dubbed story, so...
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah, I know that quite often it's one of those criticisms that gets shot down, because, like, I heard who plays Sonic for story, but as part of the overall package, it really does have a major effect on your takeaway from the game. You know, even if it is just that...
Oh, it does.
Like, I feel like some of the less developed gameplay kind of games, like, Forces would not have been as favourable to me had it not had that setting and that tone, you know? Like, if we didn't have the sort of... It's hard to describe, but the Forces had a vibe to it that helped me look past the fact that...
What vibe? Forces was bland as fuck.
No, like, as in the setting and that, I kind of like the fact that you had, you know, the whole world that's been taken over and that. And yeah, I absolutely agree. They should have done a hell of a lot more with that. And that is the problem I have with the way the writing works these days. But at least there was something there that distracted me from the fact that I'm holding boost for a minute and that's the level.
Forces had a strong initial concept. It just had a really bland as all hell story and was nothingy. I think, yeah, I am very much hoping for a new direction, and if not necessarily a new direction, a return to the style that worked, which was the Unleashed Black Knight style of narrative of
Ooh, the best.
having bits of comedy, having bits of drama, playing it with sincerity rather than look at these cartoon animals making jokes. Because that's where it works best, I feel anyway, but obviously that's just me. Also, oh god, we're getting another genie thing, aren't we?
Yes, we are. It's not Alf, Whaler, Walela, so don't worry about that.
That is true, not going to break your arm trying to attack the bloody thing.
Oh, it's me, the god of racing, Whizpig.
This area, like the area outside where we are, and just this bland, empty area here, this is part of the problem I have with the direction of the in-engine cutscenes. Because this looks like someone's fucking fan model, like MMD sort of thing, you know? It kind of looks like someone's just downloaded a load of assets and just placed Sonic models in them.
Also, can I just point out that on that text there, somebody left a space between the G and the U, so it looked like it was G-Guardian rather than Guardian.
Oh, they do mistakes like that all the time.
That's his name, G-Guardian. Terrible joke, but hey, we actually have a boss fight. Would have been nice to have a few more of these in the fucking game. Anywho, Flame, take it on home, mate.
So what you need to do with the boss here is, it's a race, and you need to get in first place to be able to hit him. But when you do, you need to boost through that urn that's following him along. And that's how you get a hit on him. The first two are easy, and then he starts just sort of boosting away from you. It looks like you're gonna hit, and you don't, and there's annoying things like that. But the biggest problem is arguably the other races, because they get in your way all the time. There's no reason contextually for them to even be there, but then that's this game's story in a nutshell, really.
Yeah.
It's an interesting idea, and I do like that we've got something a little bit different to kind of wrap up the game, especially given this game doesn't have a last story like the other 3D Sonic games do. So this adds the tail end of the Babylon story, where we get, I suppose this is supposed to be the true ending, whereas Sonic just had the wacky having a fight with Amy sort of ending. You know, like, it's kind of cool that we got this, but again, for a story mode it would have been nice if we had a few more, maybe not even bosses, but a few more moments like this where it's something that changed up the racing formula a little bit. But at the end of the day, like, I do like what we got with Riders on the whole. The gameplay is fun once you get a feel for it, so I did enjoy my time with the story mode.
I have nothing to add. It's the end of the game and you're fighting a genie on a hoverboard, and there's a blood red moon for some reason.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of that level from Shadow the Hedgehog where you're riding on the back of the bat. It's got the same sort of backdrop to it.
Yeah, the castle one. Yeah, interesting. This is what I'm talking about with like this era of Sonic as well, because wasn't that 2005, 2004 Shadow the Hedgehog?
Yeah, that was 05. That was the same sort of time that Rush came out as well, and like, yeah, the 3D games did have this sort of consistency that I appreciate, but Shadow was probably the most distinct one though, wasn't it? Because it had like the grim, dark, edgy sort of thing, but even then it was like Heroes, but with the saturation turned down.
You can do it, Flame. I sort of believe in you.
Cool, because I don't.
Well, even without wings, dear boy, you can still fly.
but the way the laps work is it goes onto a new lap when you hit him, but once you've got that hit in, like I've just done, now you have to finish the race, and for the sake of my pride, I kept on redoing this until I got first. You don't actually have to come in first once you gave him the final hit though. So if you hit him and then the others overtake you, it doesn't actually matter, you still win.
Oh, at least that's something anyway.
Thank you to all my friends who did nothing but get in my way.
Ah, I'm fucking dead. Ah, this really sucks.
It's fine, we've got a really stupid conclusion to this story, so I hope you're ready.
Oh yes, I remember this now.
Give me what's in the box or I will fucking kill you.
Too awestruck by the treasure to notice me, eh?
Eggman!
Now hand over the treasure!
Alright, if you insist.
What
the hell? Was that mocapped?
I like to think it is, even though I don't know.
The treasure of Babylon is finally mine! Huh? What is this thing?
Oh, hell yeah. Got a fucking discount fucking carpet from DFS.
I mean, it's a lovely carpet.
Was it worth multiple crimes?
Let's see. This looks interesting. At long last, we've completed our ultimate invention. With this, our lives will be easier.
So they just wrote this and put it in the chest along with their treasure?
I guess so.
The 13th leader of the Babylon Rogues. It's amazing. The carpet's rich texture is a sight to
As well as having a 300 IQ and being a feminist, Eggman also is a serial antiquer.
created in Babylon. Undoubtedly, this carpet will be in high demand from all around the world. But
I'm gonna put this on eBay the second I get home.
hey, I went to the trouble of holding the World Grand Prix.
He doesn't seem very angry that his plan kind of went tits up. More perturbed than anything.
Well, it's the kind of thing that's not worth getting angry at, really, is it?
What's this? Good eyes. Didn't think you'd spot it for a second, Shorty.
Oh yeah, Wave and Tails have a rivalry. That's about the extent of their interactions.
Fabric.
Basically, like, even the one with, like, Knuckles and Storm, we at least got like, bumping heads before the factory race. Like, Wave and Tails got basically nothing, just a bit of bickering.
And it's a fucking extreme gear, essentially. Oh, whoa, what amazing technology! Now hang on as I hoverboard out of here.
I thought that those only existed in fiction.
Sonic?
Funny,
Oh, actually, wait a minute. I guess that book was fiction. Never mind. Checks out.
Real genies. So, you're leaving this place? Yeah, the back of the carpet has more words of wisdom. It says, this was invented to allow Babylonians to travel all over the world to gather treasure. Some things never change, huh?
Alright, Fly, and bring it on home for the second time. You're long and short of riders, mate. 10 words or less.
I like it a lot, but I understand why other people don't.
Okay, as for me, I like the music, I like the visual style, Babylon Rogues are cool characters, and that's about it. What about you, Rich?
It is okay, but not for me.
Well, you didn't need to do 10 words or less, but I appreciate that you did. So, yeah, coming up next, I'm making it official. The next Sonic LP, happening roughly about the time it launches in September, will be Sonic Colors Ultimate. So, look forward to that. Very much looking forward to revisiting the game. Probably means it's time to go. So, thanks for watching our quite cynical playthrough of Sonic Riders in parts, but we hope you enjoyed it all the same. I've been N-Top64.
I've been the Flamethrower.
And I've been Richie.
And we'll see you next time for another Hellfire Comms Sonic playthrough. Bye for now.
Can't fathom that. Wonders you can't future as